Hello, I'm Josh Sisk, Executive Director at the Potawatomi Zoo in South Bend, Indiana, and we are here at the Andean Bear habitat. We were so excited last year to introduce this species of bear to the zoo. We have not had bears at the Potawatomi Zoo in over 30 years, so our community was pretty excited when we were bringing in bears. And not just any bear, but one of my favorite species of bear, the only bear that comes from South America, the Andean bear, the nickname spectacled bear because of those little glasses-shaped coloration around their eyes. But these, again, are one of my favorite smaller species of bear, one of the most arboreal animals, bears, meaning that they spend a lot of time in the trees, which has been fun to watch here at the zoo. But I'm going to introduce Jami Richard. She's our general curator here at the zoo, and she's going to talk a little bit about the bears that we have here at our zoo.
Thanks, Josh. We have three Andean bears here at Potawatomi Zoo. We have two cubs. They're brothers. They're almost 3 years old. They'll be 3 in November, Ian and Sean. It's been really fun seeing their different personalities as they've acclimated to being here at South Bend. Seeing how Sean is, even though he's smaller than Ian, he's a little more outgoing and will be the one to first test things, and Ian kind of waits back and sees how Sean reacts to it, and then he's like, okay, it's safe, I'll get into that too. So seeing their personalities as they're growing with our keepers, growing with our community. And then Muniri, who we've had for a couple years now, he's 10 years old, and he weighs about 350 pounds, so he's a lot bigger than those boys. He's a big bear, but his personality is just more laid back and chill. You'll see him using his favorite spot on exhibit in the shade up against the glass window at our lodge. So it's just been really cool to grow with them and get to know them as they've come to Potawatomi Zoo.
Yeah, really we built this really brand new cafe that when you're inside at dining, you can look right into the bear habitat and you can see all those natural behaviors that they do. We can watch them swimming, we can watch them climbing up onto their platforms, running through the grass. So the public have just been really loving it, especially Muniri. He loves to lay right in the middle of where the restaurant is, put his paws up there. It's so awesome to see kids putting their hands up against the paws and comparing their hands to their paws, and then just getting to share, information on why zoos matter and why some of the work that's happening in the wild. So,
with having the different two groups of bears, you never know what you're going to expect.
Exactly.
If you're going to see him, Muniri, laying by his window, or the two cubs playing fetch with their ball in the exhibit, or jumping around in their pond, it's really cool.
Been exciting at the zoo. So now we're going to introduce you to Amanda Brunson-Cruz. She's our education curator, and she is going to read a book for us that is focused around the Andean bear.
Hi, I'm Amanda here at the Potawatomi Zoo, and today we're going to be reading an Andean bear story. This is There a Bear Over There? And this was published by the Greensboro Science Center, and the proceeds of this book do benefit Andean Bear Safe. These guys are, again, a unique species that are considered vulnerable by the IUCN, so they are suffering from poaching and habitat loss. And so we'll read this story, which is available at most of your online retailers. Okay. Is there a bear over there? Deep in South America, in a forest in southern Peru, Yana, the Andean bear, woke up from a very long nap in a very sturdy tree nest. She stretched and called out, "Good afternoon," but no one answered. Where did they go? Yana wondered. She looked near, then she looked far. Is there a bear over there? She asked the quiet trees. There were no bears in sight. It was time to climb down from her nest high in the trees to take a closer look. I love my alone time, but I'm going to search for the other bears, Yana decided, so off she went. Yana walked all the way to the Chilean coast. Andean bears like to swim. Maybe they are here, she thought. Out in the water, Yana saw a group of strange black and white animals swimming. She called out to the swimmers, "Is there a bear over there?" One of the animals hopped out of the water and waddled over. "No bears over here, just us Humboldt penguins," the penguin said. "Do you have any suggestions for where I should look next?" Yana asked. "Maybe instead of somewhere wet, they've gone somewhere dry. You could check out the desert," the penguin offered, so off Yana went. Yana finally made it to the Patagonian desert. She had heard that deserts were hot, but this one was cold. High in the sky above her, she spotted someone. "Hello, down there," the Andean condor called to Yana. "Wow, you must be able to see really far. Is there a bear over there?" Yana asked. No, answered the condor. Just some leftovers I'm going to scavenge. Can't you see what I'm seeing? Yana replied, My eyesight isn't quite as good as yours, but I can smell your leftovers from here. So off she went. Yana found herself surrounded by green trees. It's just like my home, she thought. She saw so many kinds of plants and animals in this beautiful coastal rainforest. Welcome to the Atlantic forest, Yana heard someone say. She spotted the small golden monkey climbing high in the treetops. Is there a bear over there? She called back. The golden lion tamarin answered her. No, but you can join my family. You'll be safe in this protected place. Yana smiled and answered, Thanks, but I have to keep searching for bears. So off she went. Yana walked to a place where the ground was very dry, soon to be very wet. It's so dry here. Could this really be a wetland? She asked out loud. Yes, because we are in the Pantanal, a voice replied. Yana spotted two sets of eyes looking back at her. Is there a bear over there? She called to the strangers. Just us, an anteater and a maned wolf, the creature with the long nose answered. If it's ants you're looking for, you've come to the right spot, the anteater suggested. There are lots of rodents to catch too, the maned wolf offered. No thanks, I'm more into plants and fruits, Yana told them, so off she went. Yana arrived next in the Amazon rainforest, another place that reminded her very much of home. Now this must be where the bears have traveled to, she thought, as she breathed a big sigh of relief. Then she took a careful look around. Yana saw a line of leaves marching by and a big group of butterflies, who had landed on a big tree. She called out to the butterflies, How are those leaves walking? And even more importantly, is there a bear over there? The butterflies stayed quiet, but someone else peeked out from behind the trees. It was a human. Those are leafcutter ants carrying the leaves, and I'm here studying their behavior. But you're the first bear I've seen, the zoologist told Yana. I guess I better keep looking, Yana said, a little sadly. Be safe out there. I'll be here to help if you need me, the zoologist said. So off Yana went. After a while, Yana found that she was still in the Amazon rainforest, but that was okay. She felt safe here. No one was around for her to talk to, so it felt like a good time to stop for a break. But suddenly, a big cat and a big snake appeared out of nowhere. I didn't see you there, Yana shouted, surprised. The anaconda and I are very good at hiding, the whiskery jaguar said proudly. I am too, and so is my family, Yana shared, then asked, Is there a bear over there? There are no bears hiding here, the anaconda answered. Yana, I'm sorry to hear that, Yana told them. Even though I feel a little like giving up, I have come too far to stop my search for the other bears, so off she went. All of a sudden, Yana found herself walking out from under the trees into a wide open space. She saw tall plants that had all looked the same, a group of large creatures with 4 legs and a small furry animal, who was moving quickly towards her. Woof! Who goes there? The dog called out to Yana. I'm Yana, bear searching for others like me. Is there a bear over there? Yana asked the dog. No, and it's best it stays that way so I can keep these cattle safe, the dog answered. Yana assured the dog, I mean no harm and will let my friends know it's best we stay in the forest where there is lots of good food for us. Then you won't have to worry about the cattle at your ranch. I'll be going now. So off she went. Yana headed back into the quiet of the trees, taking deep breaths to soothe herself. She couldn't give up on finding the other bears, but it was starting to feel impossible. That's when she noticed a dark, woolly creature wallowing in the river just ahead. Suddenly, full of hope again, she called out, Is there a bear over there? Not a bear. I'm a mountain tapir, the tapir answered. I could see why you might make that mistake, but I'm a bit larger than you Andean bears, the largest mammal on the continent, actually. Yana felt a little embarrassed that she had mistaken the tapir for a bear. Oh, okay. It's nice to meet you. But it's best I don't stop to chat, she replied to the tapir. No, she wasn't scared of the big animal, just disappointed and tired. So off she went. Even though Yana felt like laying down and closing her eyes very tight, she told herself she would walk just a little further before taking a rest. Lucky for her, she soon found a nice resting spot on top of a rock, overlooking a wide open space displaying lots of lines in the dirt. Welcome to the Nazca lines of Peru, a small voice called out. Yana turned to see a red scorpion had come to sit next to her. I'm stumped. I've been all over but can't find any bears. Are these lines some sort of map? Yana asked the scorpion. The scorpion laughed a little, then replied, No, those lines there are a monkey, but let the stars guide you as they have guided explorers like you all through time. There are bears over there, I am sure of it. For the last time, she hoped, off Yana went. Yana followed the stars, just like the scorpion told her. They led her all the way to the Andes Mountains, to the large, old city of Machu Picchu. Oh no, I don't think bears live in ancient cities, Yana thought as a tear fell from her eye. But just then, she saw a group of dark specks on a distant hill. Could it be? Could there be a bear over there? As she moved closer, the good news came into view. Yes, there was a bear over there. Several bears, in fact. Home isn't just a place, it's a feeling, and I am finally here, she called out, smiling into the sun as it rose. Yana could rest at last, back at home in the Andes Mountains. The end.